Welcome back, church, and others on YouTube. This is coronavirus update number 3, covering the month of April. We have some really cool stuff to look at, so why don't we get on with the video. So we have so much good news coming out of the month of April, and that's really how we wanted to start. And the first thing we wanted to talk about, of course, is the baptisms. You may have seen all of them online already, but we really want to congratulate the 3 people that got baptized in the month of April, starting with Zach Oliver. Then, of course, Eliza Wheaton, and then lastly, Isaac Char. We ask that everyone keep praying, because as you well know, it never just ends at the end of the month. We got plenty more coming in the month of May, and God is producing open people all the time for us to share our faith with. So let's be praying for that harvest to continue. Keep going as we're going. You know, other great news this month was also the 4 great live stream services we held, which were super encouraging to be a part of. We broke some technological hurdles by having Jordan at the beginning of the month stream in via live stream, well, webcast. That was really cool. We heard Floyd do his testimony all the way from Zimbabwe. That was really awesome as well. We even just this last weekend had a joint service with Port Moresby Church of Christ and those in the Highlands in Papua New Guinea. And it was so cool to hear Felix preach from the other side of our region and to be encouraged and united through that. But also this time we want to really thank the Sydney Church of Christ, because of course through the middle of April is always Easter, and it's a time to remember our Lord and Saviour's death and resurrection. And as we got to do that, not just together, but together as a region through YouTube, was really encouraging and really inspiring. So we wanted to take a second to thank the Sydney Church for that, for all their effort, and for their media team, which we know work endlessly to supply great content for their church as well as ours. Thank you again. I just wanted to take a moment to also talk about our church's updated resources page throughout the month of April. We've updated it with heaps of new resources. gcchurch.net. Go there, hit the resources tab, check it all out. It's really great, helpful material for your quiet times, for your devotionals, even studying, theology and deeper materials. But with that, we also wanted to make sure that you guys were looking for some other methods to keep yourself spiritually active during this time. Perth has a series called Binge on Books, because as you know, during these times we like to binge on Netflix instead. They're saying, hey, why don't we binge on something that's actually helpful and useful for our character and our relationship with God. That'll be available online as well. And of course, there's the YouTube channels, which are also available on our resources page. All the links to all the current YouTube channels in our region for services, worship, whatever you need, go check it out. Also, if we're recapping the month of April, I just wanted to quickly talk about how many great fun games and activities we've been running. Not just for outreach, but also even just for interconnectedness. And when you think about the last month, so much has happened. We did charades, a scavenger hunt, Trivial Pursuit, a paint and sip, which was really excellent. We had, you're seeing right now what we did. We did a family feud. We baked cookies together. They were really tasty. And most recently, we even did under the sea themed origami. And it's so cool to see the creativity within our church, encouraging our members through these activities, but also bringing other people to the activities as well, and really sharing our faith through this communal time. It's really fun to do that. We really want to encourage those who have run those events and thank them again as we continue to do them. This weekend is no different. We're starting May with a bang. We're doing Pictionary run by John Calabro. That'll be really awesome, so stay tuned for details on that. Another thing in the month of April we got to do was to celebrate ANZAC Day, a time of remembrance for those who have sacrificed their lives to give us the great freedom we have now, and a great time to honor and remember God through that period as well, and all the things that He's done in history to orchestrate the ability we have now to be as we are. It was great to light up the dawn, to get on our driveway at 6 a.m. with a candle and have a moment's silence together with the rest of our street, and to look up and down the street and to see other people participating as well. Again, super exciting and encouraging thing to do, something to remember as we move forward as a church as well. Now, in terms of fun activities throughout April and memories that we've created, we look forward to plenty more great opportunities to worship, serve, and have fun together throughout the month of May. But as we transition to that month, we just have a few health regulation updates that we need to talk about as a church to make sure that we're all on the same page. And the first thing is that, look, at this point, social distancing laws and, the self-isolation expectations, none of that has changed. This Friday, there is a rumor going around that this Friday, coming into May, that they will relax some of those standards. I think so far the only standard that's confirmed to be relaxed is that you will be able to picnic or basically sit down at a park with those you live with. What's great is with these restrictions being lifted, as kind of things head back up, I also want you guys to know that as a church we do have plans to make things back to normal as fast as possible. We've already been talking as a leadership about the ways that we would execute this plan, like if they allow 50 people to meet in a place again, then we would have 2 services on a Sunday, so we could split the church in 2 and make sure that we were meeting effectively like that. But it's so encouraging to be thinking that way. We just don't want to do it too fast, go too quickly, and flout those rules again. But look, it's an encouraging time. We look forward to the end of May, seeing what's coming out of that, just both in baptisms, services, but also in the end of coronavirus, hopefully, and all these restrictions that are going on. This may be the second last or the last video I do, thank goodness. But it's been so encouraging sharing this stuff with you. We hope it was helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.